her a little bit later in the show, but we're gonna keep it moving with my man tbailey right now, keeping it organic. He's right here from Florida, actually from Gainesville, Florida, and he doesn't rap like Sicily, he sings. And he also does some dancing. You're gonna see that a little bit later in the show as well. So check out my man tbailey.
Well, the way that I got started in music, first of all, you hear a lot of people say that, well, I've been singing since I was a fetus in my mother's womb, that wasn't the case for me. I mean, I actually didn't discover that I knew how to sing until I was about like 11, 12 years old. During that time, I grew up in the hip hop era. I was listening to a lot of, different things. And I've always had a love for music. I always had an ear to it. I was one of those people that, you could play a song one time and I got it, But yeah, I had, going through those phases and changes and stuff like that. When I was 9 years old, I got saved. I started going to church and stuff like that, hearing a lot about God and all of that stuff. And during that time, we were just listening to gospel music, but I didn't even really know too much about it. But fast forward, when I was 18, I really started to get serious about the Lord. And I found out, man, that there was Christian hip-hop and R&B. So I was like, wow, I didn't even know. Matter of fact, I think the first song that I learned was by Sean Locke. It was that song, Boogie Boogie Bounce, 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 da 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 da. Yeah, so that was the first song I heard, and I was like, wow, man, I ain't know, man, and this stuff sounds really good. Like, I didn't know Christians was doing that, So, I mean, it inspired me, From there, I started to hear more about other people. Then I found out about Kent Jones, and I found out about, T-Bone and all of these other people that was in the game at that time. And I was like, wow, man, these cats are hot, man. So I started listening to them. And then, through that, I kind of just discovered my gifting and my calling to be in the gospel music industry as well. So I started writing songs and stuff like that. I had moved to Gainesville. I got with a producer. The Lord had hooked me up with this guy named C-Life. Y'all check him out, if you get a chance. And him and I have been working together for about 5 to 7 years now. So I started hooking up with him, started writing music, and here I am today. Now, the name of the current album, first of all, is entitled Outside the Four Walls. It's based off of the Great Commission, in Matthew 28, verse 19, I believe. And it says, Jesus said, go ye into all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, just basically sharing the gospel, with people. And I believe that, our greatest concern should be Jesus' last command, and that was one of his last commands to the disciples, was to share the gospel.
Track 11, let's run. Yeah, and we're going to give God some praise in this place. Hey, I need all of my radical Christians, man, to get to the floor. Let's go. Hey, hey, everybody get your hands up. Hey, yeah, everybody get your hands up. Hey, hey, everybody get your hands up. Check this out. Hey, listen, my name is Taiwan. You can call me T. Reside in Gainesville, but I'm from Miami. Don't really rap, I sing, but I got a passion for this ministry. And I'ma represent Christ, T-A-I-T-O-E. I'm confident but never really understood my true identity. So I didn't never let everybody else did, trying to fit in like a big city. Drinking up, smoking weed, tasting girls constantly. Loving so much I had a master's in clubology. But I put that old man to death, never going back that way again. Casting down imagination, trying to get me caught up in sin. I am predestined to win, I never lose, bro. Ever since your boy got the power from that Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost power make it act right and talk different. Nowadays it really ain't hard to tell that I'm a Christian. Just check me how I'm living, not perfect but forgiven. So now I'm chasing after God with everything. Hey, everybody go hands up. Yeah, everybody get your hands up. Hey, yeah, everybody get your hands up. Let's give us some praise one more time. Here we go. Hey, everybody get your hands up. Hey, yeah, everybody get your. Hey, yeah, everybody get your. Hey, check this out. Now we're gonna take our ministry outside the four walls, right? How many know, man, we gotta share the gospel of Jesus Christ with everybody, right? So this song is called Outside the Four Walls, all right? It's real simple. I want y'all to do this with me. Check it out. Say outside the four walls. Say outside the four walls. Say outside the four walls. Come on. Say outside the four walls. Check it. I'm gonna take my ministry outside the four walls. Come on. People in the street. Say outside the four walls. Come on. To all those people.